We're going to Hot Shelter, boys.
We have said literally nothing about Amy at this entire time. Because there's nothing to say at this point. She's slow. She's got clunky controls.
Where's the...
Like,
over here.
It's kind of interesting that her bumper car gameplay kind of has the same problem as her regular gameplay, which is that her turning speed is kind of slow. So it feels like you really have to force...
Ah!
Yes?
No, the ball ruined my momentum.
Momentum. And I like how Eggman
Look at her
just...
climb that ladder, Jesus. There.
She did not go to the same ladder climbing school that Big did. But it's like... Amy's acceleration only works when you go in the same direction for a long period of time. So when you're running at top speed, if you go too far to the left or right in terms of moving the stick, her momentum will slow to a crawl.
If you jump and do this, though, it'll like you'll pick up some speed. Little jump attack.
Yeah.
Whee! Let me see if I remember this.
Kind of like air dashing with Sonic.
I think it's like, and then look at that.
It says left one.
Eat shit. I don't need you.
What a great puzzle.
Listen, I'm a gamer boy. I got this.
Gamer Girl P, which reminds me, I'm gonna have to step up my game for the descriptions for these new parts. I hope all of you in the comments have been reading my wonderful descriptions for this Sonic Adventure playthrough. So,
oh yeah, yo, the third one that you did, like for the third episode of Knuckles, that one was like really good. That one got me.
For those in the audience, I have not edited the Knuckles parts yet.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm gonna have to think of.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to think of something
right now.
really good.
You can watch them on the channel as we're talking right now. It's there.
I don't want to make Ryan a liar.
Yeah.
So I have to come up with something really good.
There we go. If I can just like, I want the things. No. Oh well. Also, can we all agree that this is Amy's best level?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember her levels, so I guess yes.
It
so
is.
I don't even remember
Park,
the other two. Yeah, that's
Final Egg and this and Final Egg. That's it.
I have a feeling I've never actually fallen off of these gears before, so I never knew those ladders were there.
Yeah. See, look, as I play the game, you learn new things every time.
Yeah.
It's the game that keeps giving.
I guess that is certainly is a thing about Sonic Adventure. That is true.
It's like Christmas, but in a video game.
Like, I have a feeling that the designers behind... Well, I guess that game actually came out the same year, but there's a lot of similarities between this and Resident Evil Nemesis. In terms of, like, Amy is... The whole concept of Amy is that she's being chased by an unkillable robot. You made it.
Of course.
You made it!
I'm a gamer,
Hey!
I'm an epic gamer.
Where it's like you got this unstoppable monster, but, like... The difference between Zero and Nemesis is that Nemesis will fuck your shit up if he gets too close to you.
Maybe that's what this game needed.
He will grab you... Is Nemesis?
Yeah.
I guess all I'm saying is that Zero does not feel like a threat in the slightest in this game.
Listen, when I was a kid and playing this for the first time, Zero was like the scariest motherfucker on the planet.
Dude, you know who else was scary?
Was that just
fucking... Had anyone played the Jimmy Neutron game? The fucking...
I did not.
The 3D Jimmy Neutron game where the fucking robot chases you?
Which one? There are like four
I feel
of them.
like Exo played it.
It had the Negatron in it.
Yo!
Oh, Jimmy Negatron.
Yeah.
I haven't played that one.
This fucking room when I was a baby? Dude. When I was a kid playing through this part, and then like all the zeros come on screen, that freaked me out.
Sure. And that's why this is the best level.
Well, yeah,
out
because
of Amy's 3 levels.
It's also because like there's a lot going on. Feels like the most fleshed out.
It feels like this was like probably if I had to hazard a guess, it feels like Amy's first and third levels were just repurposed from the other campaigns, and then Hot Shelter here was made specifically for Amy.
No,
and then was like
because
adapted
Amy's
for
the only
Gamma
one
later.
that goes in the mirror room.
Well, I mean, like they made that section specifically for her, but I'm saying like this level feels like it was built for Amy first and foremost, and then like the stuff with the Gamma section was kind of stapled on later.
Get lost.
You know, because it's like there's actual set pieces in this level, like the Zero showing up on all the monitors.
Yeah.
Feels like it was like, hey, we've got like this Nemesis chase like level going on, you know, where there's a robot chasing you. This might make it more exciting. Like there's actual like a lot more thought put into this level than Amy's other levels.
I honestly think that the biggest problem with Amy is that, like, there isn't more levels. Like, there's only 3. I would have loved if there was more, because I think her gameplay is pretty fun. Like, I mean, she could be, like, a little bit faster, but, like...
Well, let's say hypothetically, like... Say hypothetically, you tighten up Amy's controls, so you don't lose all momentum from tipping the stick too far in whatever direction, which is less of a problem on the Dreamcast, admittedly. Like, sure, like her core set of mechanics are fine. Like she's got like the hammer attack, she can run reasonably fast, you know, and like the premise of you're being chased by an unstoppable robot, and you kind of have to like I want to say there's a part in Final Egg where like Tikal says hide until the elevator comes.
Yeah.
And but Zero never shows up when you're waiting for the elevator.
Well, also you just don't have
so there's no reason to hide.
This place.
So it's like I feel like you could have gone all in on those stealth elements, and it's like that there are ways to make this idea work. They just didn't do any of them. It just feels like it feels like we got this interesting idea, but we didn't have time to finish it, which is Sonic Team in a nutshell.
I just want more playable
right
Amy.
there.
I think she's really cool and doesn't get the respect she deserves. I hope they do her right in Frontiers.
You know, Frontiers already came out.
Well, no. I mean, like with the DLC that's coming out. Like, I hope they make her like.
Oh, okay.
I hope it's not just like being a Sonic clone. I hope they actually like do something more with it.
You hope it's not just Shadow from Forces. Yeah.
Yeah, do something cool with her. She deserves more love.
I think when we talked about the Frontier story, because that episode just went up today.
Yo.
As we are recording this, dating this video. When we talked about it, I was just kind of in the position where like story's not great, but it's like it's as good as it needed to be, in my opinion. But I do think some people noted in the comments like Amy is pretty fucking boring in Frontiers.
Yeah.
She just seems like I think even Jeb said this. She just seems like woman.
Well, she's he was talking more about like the voice direction. It's like, oh, she just sounds like a girl.
Yeah, but that Cindy Robinson's performance just sounds like generic woman voice.
Yeah.
Is probably what he meant, but like that kind of extends to her character, like her only in that game.
Now here
is that her only real defining characteristic is that she's female, which is kind of reductive. It's like Amy in this game has a pretty defined personality.
You know, and like some people say that like, oh, you know, her personality is that she likes Sonic. And I'm like, that's not really her personality because like she has a temper, aka that's why she has the hammer, you know. And also like the end of this at the end of this campaign, she's like, "Oh, you idiot!" And she's throwing hands with Zero. She, you know, she's got like a bit of a temper and everything like that. But honestly, like
she has
like
an arc in this game.
Liking Sonic and having feelings for a character, like you can connect with that. Because I mean, I do as an adult, where it's just like I have had feelings for someone the same way that she has had feelings for Sonic. Maybe not to like that extreme, but like I know what it's like. You know? It's like It makes her feel more like a person.
You know what it's like to have an unreciprocated crush.
Yes! Oh my
And
god,
I think most people do.
You know, I don't know. I think...
But I think another point, even in this scene, which we've seen 3 previous times at this point, is that Amy actually displays some emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
You know, like, Sonic's just like, okay, big bad robot, I'm gonna go kill it. But Amy is like, no, wait, this robot actually has feelings and is a realized individual. You don't have the right to destroy that.
Yeah.
You know? And then in Frontier, she just kind of says lines.
I want to spread my love like I spread butter on toast.
Like, I'm still not even sure what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah. Maybe she'll open up a charity.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm just making a guess at this point because they don't really explain it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I miss the lovey-dovey shit. Because I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Give me more romance.
In case you don't know, ladies in the audience, Ryan is a real gentleman. He will treat you like a queen.
And I may or may not look like a thing like Jesus. But I talk like a gentleman, like you'd imagine when you were young.
Frontiers felt weird because, like, I've read the comics that Ian writes with her in it, and she's way more playful in those. So I don't really know what was going on in Frontiers. I don't know who was responsible for doing what, but there was something wrong.
Someone just tagged us on Twitter, linking to, like, an interview he did where he basically said, yeah, Sega wrote the story and then they just asked me to write dialogue for it.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Which is probably why, because I imagine I haven't read any of the IDW stuff yet. I probably should, but
I read some of it.
My guess is that they probably have, like, real story arcs in the comics.
Whee.
Yeah.
And Sonic Frontiers had no story. They kind of come to an island, and then there's, like, an evil, at the end. That's the story.
I love this.
And then the rest of it's just kind of filler.
I love this part of the game where Tails runs off. There's a giant nuke going off. This music is playing right now. And she's like, I want to take this bird back to its family. In the background, oh my god, it's the end of the world!
Do you guys remember when the Wii U was new? Maybe this only happened to me, but, like, people would, like, make, like, a siren noise, but say, like, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
See, I remember that, and I remember a lot of Kung Pao memes with the girl that went, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, wow! I know I'm not the only one who's seen that movie. I know I'm not. People know what I'm talking about. I think this is my favorite voice for Amy, too.
Yeah. And that was why I was bringing up Jeremy Lay in the podcast, because she sounds exactly like Jennifer Dooley-Ard. And she's in Studiopolis, so I don't know why they decided that having Cindy Robinson do a Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse impression was a good idea for Amy.
That's a good question. I really don't know.
That's a good question.
Doctor, Mega Man. Actually, you should play that for the channel.
Mega Man 8?
Yeah. Alright, now it's time for this shit. Okay, let's go! If I can just, like... Yes, here we go. Doing great.
This is like...
Doing great. Yep. Doing good. Yep. Come on.
This is like a really ugly looking forest.
Bring it on, come on.
For the time.
Come on. I'm almost there. No!
Like, you're supposed to be walking on treetops, but it just looks like grass.
Well, at least I didn't get lost. The way back, on the other hand, now that's a different story. That's gonna be painful.
Yeah.
It always is.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely got lost when I was little.
Oh, I mean, even as a grown-ass man, I still get lost sometimes.
Sometimes I get lost looking for the Knuckles statue.
Sometimes, King, I get lost looking into your eyes.
Well, then why did we break up?
Why did you break up with me?
That never happened.
It did. You were the one who filed for the divorce.
I didn't file shit. Apparently, we
threw
have
away
kids
your
you didn't
ring
even
pop.
tell me about.
I was the one who filed for divorce between you. Spoilers. Plot twist.
So who do you want to believe, everybody? The person who didn't tell me we had kids? Is that who you're gonna believe?
Or the person who took them away from me.